Looking for Love, written by Joanna Toye, abridged by Katie Nichol, and read by Stella Gonet. Prologue, 1967.
Mum, you're having me on. That sort of thing doesn't happen in Ambridge.
In the hallway of the converted Victorian house, where she'd finally found a landlady prepared to consider a single mother with a small baby, Jennifer Archer shifted her son from one hip to the other, as her mother, Peggy, protested that the news was unfortunately true. The Borchester mail van had been robbed just outside the village while the inhabitants of Ambridge were tucked up in their beds. Adam was beginning to fret, lunging dangerously towards the wall lamp with its fringe parchment shade.
"I'll have to go, Mum," Jennifer apologised.
"Let me know what happens. How's Dad, by the way?" "Oh, the same as ever." Still spending all his spare time at the casino in Borchester then, thought Jennifer. Peggy cursed the day that Nelson Gabriel had opened the Monte Carlo casino, but her husband Jack was in his element. Peggy only ever heard about Jack's winnings, a staggering £840 on one occasion, but it didn't take her long to realise that there were far more mornings after the night before when Jack said nothing than when he waved fistfuls of fivers in her face. As time went on, Peggy had cursed more than the casino. She'd cursed Nelson Gabriel himself, especially when, the previous year, he treated his father Walter to a lavish Mediterranean cruise. "Flaunting his ill-gotten gains," she fulminated to Doris, Jack's mother. Peggy had been even more furious when Walter had returned with souvenirs of Maltese lace and Spanish leather, which he pressed on members of the Archer family. Putting aside the hand-tooled address book that he'd brought her, Peggy had asked him crisply where Nelson was. "He's stayed on. He's got business to do out there," explained Walter proudly. "He's a rare entrepreneur, my Nelson." "Funded by the customers he fleeces at the casino," Peggy remarked acidly. "I'm going to forget you said that, Peggy, my love," said Walter with dignity. "My Nelson's just trying to make an honest living." Peggy had remembered and regretted her words 6 months later, when news had reached the village that Nelson, Walter Gabriel's adored only son, was dead in a plane crash. The casino, however, had lived on. "I'd better let you go, Jennifer. You'll be late for work. And I've got 6 breakfasts to do for Detective Superintendent King and his men. They're using the Bull as a sort of headquarters." "Oh, thanks for letting me know, Mum. Love to you and Dad, and Lilian, and Tony, of course. Bye, Jennifer, dear. And give little Adam a big hug from his grandma." Jennifer replaced the receiver with relief and scuttled towards her room. Lance, who lived on the floor above, would be leaving for work soon, and she didn't want him to see her in her baby doll pyjamas. He was a customs officer at the docks, and within hours of her moving in, hearing Bob Dylan playing on her transistor, had inquired what music she liked, before asking her to a Val Dunican concert. Jennifer, who told him she liked the Stones, the Kinks, Bob Dylan and Donovan, had been somewhat confused by the offer. "I'm sorry," she said firmly. "My boyfriend wouldn't like it." "Boyfriend?" Jennifer had had the satisfaction of seeing Lance's leer waver. "Yes, he works away a lot, but he'll be coming to visit me. Soon." Lance gave her a speculative look. "Another time," he shrugged. With Adam fed, Jennifer propped him up in his cot while she got dressed, telling him what a beautiful baby he was and how clever and how much she loved him. Every day, as he became more aware and responsive, it was harder and harder to take him to the woman she'd found to mind him while she herself taught a class of 7-year-olds at a run-down school near the docks. The post arrived just before she left that morning, and Jennifer read her sister's letter in the staff room at break time. "Much to tell," Lilian wrote in her loopy, sloping script. "I've passed my driving test. First time. Must be all those lessons Roger gave me." Roger Travis Macy
Sample complete. Ready to continue?